Okay, hey guys, welcome in once again to another edition of the Regular Guys DFS show. Today is fantasy football, college football for the first full week for this weekend. This video obviously is going to focus on tonight's fantasy plays for Thursday. So before we get started, as always, guys, if you wouldn't mind, please hit that like button down below. Also, maybe more importantly, if you'd hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell, that way you get notified every time we put out new videos. Hey, football season has finally arrived. We're going to be putting out as much content as we can, a ton of content. There'll be another video coming later today about our at Prize Picks plays for tonight's college football slate. So I don't have the banner up right now, but if you go to prizepicks.com and you use the code REGULAR, that's our code here for the Regular Guy channel, you'll get a 100% deposit match on your first deposit up to $100, and then you'll be all ready to play along tonight. If you're interested in playing Prize Picks college football, which I don't know why you wouldn't be. We've had some reasonable success here lately. We're going to try and keep that going. It's a really fun way to play fantasy, guys. It's like playing parlays at a casino if you haven't done it before. Definitely get signed up with the code regular. We're going to be running some contests throughout the season here, probably starting this weekend, where if you get signed up, you're going to have a chance, and you use our code regular, you're going to have a chance to win a couple of free plays on us here at the Regular Guy DFS show for some future Prize Picks plays. So we're working out the details of that contest. I hope to have it ready by Saturday. We can unveil it, but definitely get signed up if you're not signed up already, and watch for our video later today for our selections for college football tonight. But right now, let's get into DFS, fantasy college on DraftKings. We've got now a 7-game schedule tonight. The Rutgers and Temple game got postponed due to Hurricane Ida. I guess you guys in the East Coast are really getting nailed up there. So thoughts and prayers, obviously, with you. I know it's really bad. So we're definitely thinking of you all around the country, and hope everybody comes out of this safe and sound. So we've been reduced now to 7 games. I did like a couple of plays from Rutgers in that game tonight, but irrelevant. We can't change it. So let's go ahead and move forward. So we've got 7 games tonight, and we've got quite a bit to choose from. And I like this slate. I like slates like this because I don't think you're necessarily going to have to, there's one certain guy you're going to have if you want to catch. There's a lot of different options. There's a lot of different high-powered offenses playing tonight. Some of the main focus, I'm sure, tonight is going to be on the Boise State Central Florida game. But then we've also got some higher-powered offenses playing against some really crappy defenses, at least from last year. So a lot of different ways we can go here today, guys. A lot of different combinations. You know me, if you watched any of my NBA or NFL content from last year, I'm always looking for a way to get a little bit different without getting too cute in getting different. Sometimes the chalk is the chalk, and you just have to eat the chalk and look for a different place to make your play. So, and full disclosure, I usually enter 3-entry max contests. So I'm probably going to have a couple of extra lineups besides the one we go through here today, just to give myself a little bit more of a range. And I recommend you guys do that too, if you can. But we're gonna focus on our main lineup here, and our most expensive guy of the night is also going to probably be one of the chalkiest guys of the night. It's Dylan Gabriel, and I am going to have an entry with Dylan Gabriel in tonight from UCF. Just had a monster year last year. I don't see any reason that won't continue. Last year, Boise State really wasn't that good defensively. They really weren't that good, period. They're kind of rebooting, starting over up there. But they're going to have a high-powered offense too. But their defense was pretty bad. So he's going to be chalky tonight, going to be very popular. But let's just go ahead and build the lineup that has Gabriel as the quarterback. Now, there are a couple other quarterbacks that I like tonight, like 3 other ones, that I think you can play and get away with and save some salary and not have to play Dylan Gabriel in all your lineups. I think there's some great options tonight. I'm going to give you a couple other ones that I like. Chase Bryce from App State. App State has a pretty high-powered offense. They're going to be going against Eastern Carolina tonight. I like App State to win this game and maybe even dominate it. We'll see. But their quarterback, Chase Bryce, I would have absolutely no problem playing him. And let's see, he's at 5,700. And then the other guy that I'm going to give you that I'm actually going to put into this lineup might be the best quarterback on this slate, might be the best quarterback in the country that you've never heard of. And it is this guy right here, Eric Barrier, I believe is how he spells it. He's going to go into my super flex position, guys. If you're new to college fantasy, it's different than the NFL fantasy. We don't have a tight end position. The tight ends are lumped in with the wide receivers, but what we do have is a super flex position. And generally speaking, on most slates, I'm going to put a second quarterback into that super flex position. At times there's running backs and maybe wide receivers that we could put in there, but we've got a flex play position for that. So the flex play is there. And sometimes maybe you'll have 2 great running backs or 3 great running backs going in a night, and you want to make sure you play them all. That's fine. But generally speaking, my super flex is going to be another quarterback that I'm confident in putting up big numbers. I don't think he's going to be terribly popular tonight because I don't think a lot of people really know about him because he plays at Eastern Washington. But this guy can sling it. I've got my stats here on him. Let me just try and pull him up here real quick. Where is he? Bear with me. 2,400 yards and 19 touchdowns in a shortened season last year for Eastern Washington. So he's going to throw it around. No reason to think he can't have a big game tonight. And look at the salary difference between him and Gabriel. And we can spend up elsewhere. But this is the lineup again. I'm going to go ahead and put Gabriel in, but I'm very confident putting Barrier, I believe is his name, in the super flex. So my running backs tonight, we've got several different options again from some good teams that are playing crappy teams. So that's what we really want to focus on. Here's who I landed on for this particular lineup. Zonovan Knight from NC State. USF, University of South Florida's defense last year was awful. Particularly their front 4 defensive line was awful. NC State shouldn't even have to throw the ball tonight if they didn't want to. Turn around, hand it to Zonovan Knight, and I think he's going to get big chunk play after big chunk play. No reason to think USF's defense has improved that much over a year. So I think NC State could just hand it off to him all night and probably win the game comfortably. So the matchup combined with his talent, Zonovan Knight, I very much like as a running back. The other guy is going to be probably fairly high owned, but that's okay. He's chalk I'm willing to eat. And that is, where are we at? Yeah, right here. Appalachian State, Rashad White, from Arizona State. Again, Arizona State should absolutely kill Southern tonight. They can throw it, but they can run it. And I don't think, again, it's going to be necessary for them to throw it around that much. So I expect for him to have a pretty good night and get significant number of carries. I'm expecting well over 100 yards against a not very good Southern team, at least a team that doesn't match up very well against Arizona State. So let's move into our wide receiver positions. We've got an Eastern Washington quarterback and a UCF quarterback. I'm not someone that thinks you have to stack every damn lineup that you have, okay? But it does make sense to have at least one wide receiver from each of the teams that you've got a quarterback playing in, right? If he does well, chances are the wide receivers are going to do well too. And sometimes it's just a matter of picking the right one. Because there's, college football generally a lot more options, especially on some of these spread offenses, high-powered offenses like UCF. I mean, there's 5, 6, 7 guys that could have decent nights tonight. And so while the top, where are we at? UCF, while the top 2 receivers, Robinson and O'Keefe, they're higher priced for UCF, obviously, and I think they're going to be the more popular plays tonight. But there's a couple of guys, and again, sorry guys, got to turn around and get my notes. Brandon Johnson and Craig Myers. Both of these guys, I think, are low risk, high reward. They're going to play. They're going to get some catches, and both of them are capable at any time of breaking off huge runs and certainly getting into the end zone. So since we're playing Gabriel, I'm not going to be able to fit in the top 2 wide receivers from UCF, but I have no problem playing either one of these guys. For this lineup, I ended up on Johnson. Again, he's low risk, high reward. And then my other 2 receivers, I'm decided to go with 2 guys from Eastern Washington. Again, UNLV is probably going to be favored in this game, and they should be. But UNLV's defense was bad last year. And if Eastern Washington can get their offense into gear, they can score points tonight. And they have a couple of pretty good wide receivers. So we'll just click over to Eastern Washington. And Limu Jones is my first favorite one. Definitely going to put him in. And then, let's see. Yeah, he averaged about 7.5, 8 receptions in their games last year. So he's going to get targeted tonight, no doubt about it. And then Boston. I forget his first name. Andrew Boston. He's not going to be as popular. Roberson and Limu Jones will be the 2 popular guys tonight. Boston, another low-risk, high-reward guy. But what I like about him, he had, in 2 of the 4 games last year, he had well over 100 yards in receptions and a couple of touchdowns, I do believe. 2 TDs, and if you notice here, 143 yards, and I guess the second one, 96. So he's capable of going off for a big game. So I'm only down to 5,600, and I know who my flex is. So Boston, 2 receivers from Eastern Washington. So this has ended up being kind of a stack. We've got Barrier, we've got Boston, Limu Jones, and on the other side, Gabriel and Johnson. Not quite as big a stack from UCF. I don't think you have to stack guys. Again, I don't think you have to have 5 guys from the same team. Sometimes that works, and that's a strategy some people use, and I'll use it sometimes. Just depending on the situation. Again, I think there's enough games tonight, enough players tonight, that we can spread it around, and there's going to be different ways to have success tonight and to score fantasy points. So we've got 6,900 left for our flex position, and that's an easy one for me. He's exactly that number. Cameron Peoples from App State. He is their main guy, and he should get plenty of opportunities tonight. And this guy ended the year last year with a 300-yard rushing game. So come on, another one of those tonight. So the title of the video is a pick 6. I always seem to end up just filling out an entire lineup. I can guarantee you this is a lineup that I will be putting in tonight. So if you want to play along with me, great. If you want to tweak a few things, great. But I'm very comfortable with these 8 guys in some kind of combination tonight for one of your lineups. And I don't have any problem playing any of them. So that's it. that's our lineup for tonight. Gabriel Knight, White, Johnson, Limu Jones, Boston, Peoples, and Barrier. Again, we're going to be having another video come out here a little bit later for our prize picks plays tonight. But daily fantasy is what we're focusing on. That's what I tend to focus on the most. Prize Picks is a newer thing for me, came along, and I love it. I love playing it. We're actually partnered with Prize Picks. That's why it's really important. I appreciate if you guys use our code when you sign up for it. And we've made some money on Prize Picks, but daily fantasy, certainly the NFL. This is my first year of doing videos for college. We had reasonable success in college last year. NFL was our money maker, but let's give it a shot, right? And so play along with me or send me a message on Twitter at SandoDFS. That's where you should follow me at SandoDFS. That's where we'll put out the links to these videos. If there's any changes or updates or something comes up throughout the day that I think you guys need to be aware of, I'll put it out on there. So please follow me on Twitter at SandoDFS. Please like this video. Please hit the subscribe button. That's very important. And if you could hit the notification bells, we would sure appreciate it. Good luck to all of us tonight in our first full week of college football on a Thursday night. And I will talk to you guys for Saturday and again a little bit later today for our Prize Picks plays. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll talk to you then.